Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of EDUC 407. Again, I'm Professor Gago. Let's go over the week 2 assignments. Also, I want to discuss how to screencast as well as use Google Forms real quickly. So this video is very important. I will be sending it to you and posting it on Blackboard. Okay, so these are the week 2 assignments that you need to complete. Some of you guys probably started working on them. The first of which is the ISTE Empowered Learning. I believe there's 3 videos and reflections that you have to do, and we'll go over those. I'll get into Blackboard. You'll need to do the flipped classroom and blended learning module. Again, videos and some reflections to do. There is a link to a presentation for empowering students through choice. There's nothing due for it. There's just links for you to explore. So I do recommend that you explore it, take some time, because we will be coming back to that in a couple weeks. And then your major assignments for this week is screencasting a mini lesson and a Google Form quiz for your mini lesson. What I am doing right now as part of this video is I'm actually doing screencasting. I am recording my screen at the same time that I'm presenting different things. And this is what you're going to be expected to do. There's a couple different ways to do that, and we'll kind of go over that as part of our assignments. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get into Blackboard. I am hoping that all of you guys are able to see this as part of my presentation. First assignment is ISTE Empowered Learner. So what you'll have to do is click on it. Right here where it says Notes on Videos, that's where you're going to submit your goals, or not your goals, but your assignment. And you have 3, I believe, videos to watch. So learning goals, customized learning environments, as well as feedback to improve practice. So make sure you are watching all 3 of those videos. Give me 2 ideas from each video. And then you can either type them in the right submission box. So when you click on this, just to show you what it looks like, there's the right submission box. You can either do that, or you can submit a file like a Word file or a PDF file. And if you do that, either way works for me. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you guys know how to get to that. Then we get back over here. And again, this is the main screen. So this is where you'll watch the videos, you might take notes on, and then make sure you submit it there. I am going to go back to our week 2. The second part is the flipped classroom and blended learning. So if you go to this, there's a few things. There's a few what we call infographics. Make sure you go through everything here, because the flipped and blended learning classrooms are really important, especially in this day and age. So I definitely recommend it. There's some videos to watch for you. Make sure you watch those videos, and then you want to make sure to do the flipped classroom scenarios. Okay. There is a flipped classroom article, where you'll have to get, on Edutopia. Pick an article from there, post a quote, respond to the article, tell me what it's about, that's important to you, and then put it in Slack right there. Once you put it in Slack, then I'll be able to see it for the flip part. And then you'll also have the same thing for the blended. Again, there's an infographic, a few videos to watch. Make sure you put in the blended classroom scenarios. I even spelled this wrong, so I got to go back and fix that. You put your ideas for the 7th grade math class, the 12th grade English class right there. And then you want to do the blended classroom article that you see here at the bottom. Again, that one also goes into Slack. So there's 2 things you have to post into Slack for this assignment, and 2 things that you have to do for the classroom scenarios for blended and flipped classrooms within Blackboard. So make sure you hit every single thing. I don't want you to miss out on any points or anything like that. Okay. If you do have questions, make sure you ask me about that. That's the second thing. The third thing that you have to do is click on this link, Empowering Students Through Choice. When you click on it, it's going to have a presentation view of a Google Slides presentation, and then you should be able to click and go through each of the slides. That's this right here. It's going to show you in a presentation form right here, but you'll see all the different things, and there'll be links that you can actually click on and go to and look at some of these articles and everything to talk about, hyperdocs, hyperslides, learning stations, choice boards, and such. You just have to look at it. You do not have to do anything with it, but the more you kind of get used to it, the easier it's going to be as we go through it. The next thing that we want to look at is our screencasting and making a Google Form quiz. If you look at this folder right here, the screencasting materials, I have put a few things on there to help you out. We've got Screencastify, Chrome extension. A lot of people use Screencastify, and you can use that. I'm actually using Loom right now to do all of this. So I think I put that here at the bottom over here where it says Loom. I put it there because I find that tends to be a little bit easier than Screencastify, for my opinion, but you can try different things. You can also use PowerPoint to make your video, but so you just want to make sure that you do that. And that last thing I want to do is show you creating a YouTube channel. You want to make a YouTube channel to where you can upload your screencast, okay? So please make sure you make that YouTube channel and then go through the steps on how to upload a video because then that'll provide the link that you need, one for the assignment, but also to put it on your Google form, okay? So really important. And then if we go back right here, we've got the screencast and mini lesson. Again, short mini lesson, 5 to 7 minutes. Don't try to go too long. Speak to the camera as best as possible. I know sometimes the camera is on top, but then you kind of look at the bottom. I'm hoping that my eyes are showing that. But try to speak to the camera so students, if they were looking at it, they'd see your face. Maybe as you get used to it, you may not show your face as much because they get used to your voice. But those first couple ones where they can really see your attention and your facial expressions and what's important that they need to understand. When you do this and you finish it, it's going to come up with a recording where you can look at it either in Google Drive or you can download the actual, what we call an MP4 file. Okay. When you do that, you want to take that file and you want to upload it to YouTube. You want to post it directly to YouTube. And again, once you do that, you're going to get a link in YouTube that you're going to use to, one, turn it in right here in the screencast mini lesson, but you're also going to do it right here for number 5, make a Google form quiz. Okay, so again, we are going to go through that whole process right now. Now, I have made many videos on YouTube, or made videos for screencasting, and then I put them in presentations, whether it's on Canvas for me at least, for my school, but I've also put on YouTube for people to access like the Google Classroom. What you're going to want to do is to make a quiz on your lesson. So come up with I want to say 5 to 10 questions, no more than 10 questions on your lesson, that if someone were to watch it, they would be able to do a test right there to see if they paid attention to it. So when you do that, make sure you go to Google Forms, forms.google.com. That's this right here, and click the blank, and you'll get an untitled form. First thing I would do is title it. Let's see, we could call it quiz on lesson. Obviously, if your lesson's something different, pick something. You can put a description there. But you want your video to go onto this form. So right here where it says add video, you want to press that. You'll notice that a YouTube thing comes up because that's what you need to do. I've already put one in here because I was testing it out. But in this case, it's, I have the YouTube address, and I click on this, and I press select. And what it does, it puts and embeds the video right there and then in there. So I could say lesson video needs to be watched. Okay. Then you'll notice down here, I've got an untitled question. I start making my questions. And I put that there. You can make them multiple choice. You can make them short answer. You can make them however you want to make them. But by the time someone were to finish this quiz, they watch the video, they do the quiz, they should be able to tell you that they've watched it. And you would be able to know that they've watched it because there may be something important that they need to pay attention to. When you finish with the quiz, whenever you're done, and the nice thing about it is if you are working on it and you have to stop working on it, Google saves all your stuff so you don't have to worry about losing it. So you can open it back up, boom, there it is. But when you finish and you have to share it, come up here to send, and you'll see this right here. This is a link right here. So you want to click on this. You'll notice you got a big old web address. Go to shorten URL. Notice how I made it shorter. And then press copy, and then paste that inside your submission for the assignment. Okay, so make sure you do that. Again, on Thursday, I'm going to be available for anybody that needs it to help you with it, especially if you're struggling with some of the stuff. But don't hesitate to reach out to me during the early part of the week as you're working on it. And if you want me to look at something or help you, or if we need to set up a Zoom meeting real quick just to help you out, to get you where you need to be, reach out to me and I'm here for you. Again, this is for week 2. If you've got any questions, do not hesitate to ask. But watch this video, obviously. If you're at this point, you've already watched it. But make sure you get everything done, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all in class on Thursday.